Hi, I'm Rachel Homan, skip of Team Ontario. At lead, Lisa Weagle. Second, Alison Krevizak. Third, Emma Miskew. And we curl at the Ottawa Curling Club in Ottawa, Ontario.
Hi, I'm Heather Nedohin, skip of Team Canada. At lead is Lainey Peters. Second, Jessica Mayer. At third is Beth Iskew. And we curl out of the Saville Centre in Edmonton, Alberta.
Heather Nedohin and her team will be throwing first as Ontario won the draw to the button, so they will have the hammer in this opening end playing red. Team Canada yellow to get us underway, Lainey Peters.
Okay.
Lainey Peters will be a very key part of this evening.
69.
Good numbers for her, and if it's going to be an aggressive style that Ontario plays, which we expect most of the time, it's going to be Lainey Peters trying to counter whatever Rachel Homan tries to throw at them early.
Easy. 13-6. Easy, Lainey.
Okay, that works. Okay.
You'd have to think Rachel will be fairly aggressive. And,
14.
on the other hand, the talk with Earl Morris, the coach from 2 years ago, was the exact opposite, that they played it a little bit more conservative because of their great hitting style, and they were getting into trouble the odd time by being too aggressive also.
All right, does this, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was going to say, I really like the difference that Rachel throws at people, Vic.
Well, here I'm just thinking out loud. I mean, this first one from Peters goes back 4 foot behind the tee line, and yet the Homan goes after it.
Yeah, and later in the game, she wouldn't do that. She put up the corner guard, but we've actually seen this very frequently. First in, they do play it up and down, and it just is a little sign that they're not afraid to. Some people are worried about not trying in the first in, because if they stick on the last shot, on the blank attempt, then of course they only get the single point. There's not very many times you're going to see Rachel Homan stick on a blank.
That's I don't think I've seen it this week.
So the game plan, you think, will be what?
Well, as we get into this, I think Ontario will play aggressively to apply pressure on a team that looks like they're in a little bit of a slide. For Team Canada, leave more room with the hammer, prevent those steals, and as Russ said, take a deep breath and don't panic, just play your game.
The game plan is brought to you by World Financial Group, helping families have better financial futures. Now, we know how emotional that Heather Nedohin can be. We've watched her jump up and gyrate down the ice. That can sometimes, obviously it can work, and teams can feed off it, your team can feed off, but it's different than being scared or panicked, as you said, Russ, because that also can infect a team.
Oh, no question about it. And it can go one way or the other. And I was guilty of that myself. I was yelling my head off and running around. And, you know, I think the intensity helped me, but it doesn't necessarily help the other three. It depends on what mindset they're in at the time. Obviously, this great Canadian team's been together for a while, so they're used to each other's idiosyncrasies. But I think I thought Beth was pretty uptight in the last game too, and it's easy to have happen. You're the Team Canada. You're playing an underdog in Northwest Territories. As that game wore along, the pressure's all on Canada, and I thought it showed a little bit. They still made a lot of shots. Kerry Galusha made a couple pistols to win that game, but you know, at the end of the day, they're right where they want to be. Canada, just you know, win this game, you're in the playoffs. Away you go.
Well, you know, Linda, watching Russ play all those years, his team got more calm when he lost his voice.
Yeah, he couldn't talk back to them.
Yes, and then they just settled right down. Thanks, Skipper.
One of the things that losing does sometimes do is point you in the direction of outcome-based thinking. We talk about that because it takes you away from your performance. Just making shots, one shot at a time, one end at a time, one game at a time. That's what sports psychologists want you to think about. But if you start to see those L's go on the board, you start to worry. You worry that somehow something has changed and you can't just make those one shot at a time type performances. And then you start to think too far ahead, and that's when trouble begins.
I think there's a real different dynamic too as Team Canada. You know, with the year we won the Olympic trials, we were ranked 9th out of 10 teams, and we went in there loose. And every time you played a Randy Furby or a Kevin Martin, you felt like they were the ones under the gun, and we played well. All of a sudden, we win the trials, and somebody ranks us #1 to win the gold medal. and it was a totally different feeling. You know, and the teams are coming up against us, and they were all pumped for us. And you know, it's a lot of pressure on Team Canada the year you're trying to repeat.
You mentioned Beth Iskew having a wonderful week when you see her statistics tied for second amongst the thirds, and she had the pretty big miss actually in the 10th inning against the Territories where she missed a peel, and that's not like her. So that's that kind of tightness that sometimes you do have happen.
So as we mentioned, look at the start for Heather Nedohin, but then as Linda points out, she loses to Manitoba, Jennifer Jones, who finishes first overall, and now it's just Alberta win. Well, Alberta's bottom of the table, so there's just something not going right at the moment, at least for the defending champions.
All the way, guys, go!
The interesting part about this matchup between the two thirds is the numbers are not that much different. Beth Iskew 2 percentage points higher, but if you look at plus minus, so you analyze every game and whether or not they outcurl the opposing third in those games, Beth Iskew is a +6 and Emma Miskew is a saw. She's a 0. So Beth has done a very nice job game after game of outcurling the opposing third, and that would have a big influence on the game tonight.
All right. Did they just come up short? Emma Miskew trying to hit the rings? Was she or did she play that corner?
No, they wanted it in. They actually wanted it in. Normally you play a corner, but like Linda says, their MO is to run the first end through and get used to the speed and all the rocks, and then everybody's a go. And I think they like to have Hammer coming home in the even ends. I think that's what Team Ontario tries to do.
Sorry. It's okay. Good shot. Nice shot, Team 5.
You can see the respect being paid to Ontario, though. Team Canada wanted to put one in the rings, but Heather went very wide. She doesn't want any rolls over to that other side.
Normal?
Emma Miskew.
Yep. Whoa. Clean. Yep. Whoa.
Russ, I had just bumped into some of the members of the team from Yellowknife and Kerry Galusha, and they said they played on the outside sheet this afternoon. Again, the crowds are getting bigger. She said the ice changed late.
Okay.
So they were finding, especially on the
my way.
sides closest to the boards, closest to the crowd, they found it changed considerably.
A little more curl.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what it looked like in that game, and that's the hard part to show on television, that these athletes are so precise. You're trying to get by a guard by an inch, inch and a half. All of a sudden there's a little more curl, and a lot of different things can happen. We did see quite a few rocks either squeak by guards or not get by guards in that game late. We even had a couple of draws where it's sped up just maybe half a second or 3 or 4 feet, which can also throw you off. In general, the ice has been foolproof. Really, it's been great.
Nice throw, Heather.
Wanted to hang around there, and you might have seen Ontario tap up that corner guard or go around it and try to get there too late.
For the Ontario champions out of the Ottawa Curling Club, their only loss so far comes to Manitoba. Even going into today's final 2 games, had an opportunity if Manitoba would stub their toe down the stretch, but they did not. So Manitoba, we know Jennifer Jones will finish first. Ontario will be second. They will meet in the 1-2 game.
And if you added up all those scores on the for side for Ontario and the opponent's scores, 8.1 points for on average and only 4.3 points against. Next to Manitoba, that's pretty spectacular. So they were, on the games that you expected them to win, they did it by pretty lopsided scores.
Even the game they lost, they were back and forth for the longest time. It was a well-curled game, one of the best curled women's games of the year for sure.
Saw that we couldn't run it all out, I just felt it. Yeah. Because they don't have as easy of a roll.
All right, come up.
Once they knew they were going to hang around, they brushed it, rolled farther away, makes the next rollout a little easier.
Final stone for Heather Nedohin and Team Canada. Ontario with the last rock here in the first, and
That one.
10-9.
a little thin, did well to hold it for her, and it'll spin out the back, so it'll be a
What was that?
throw through. I'm assuming that, yeah, that corner's too far to split in, or even take a chance.
Yeah, too far up to the side.
Must have been stopped
They took a
and
little
released,
glance,
'cause that
though.
felt
I
pretty
don't think
good.
you'll ever see
That shouldn't
Rachel
have moved.
miss the thought process. Took a glance, decided no.
Sorry. Just through. Yep.
Well, you just can tell from those signs we're not far from Ottawa, so there's a lot of support here in Kingston this weekend. Now the championship weekend ahead for Rachel Homan. And through it goes. So the blank goes on the board. Opening end, Ontario controls the last rock. They'll take it through to number 2. Welcome back to the K-Rock Center final night round robin play. We want to quickly go over to the game between Manitoba and Saskatchewan. Kathy, let's just bring people up to date, of course, as we take a look now. The shot stone belongs to Saskatchewan, back 4. Manitoba has clinched first place. We know that. Saskatchewan comes in with the 4 losses. They must win this game. They need also a loss by either BC or Team Canada.
Well, a really big shot this end by Saskatchewan third Kara Johnston. Managed to pick out a red stone that was between those 2 yellows as you look at them. Moved it over, and that created a situation. Jennifer was light on her draw, but on her final stone, tapped it up for second shot. So there is a chance to get 2 here, but has to get through the guards and then hope that she can get that finish to the 4-foot.
Is she coming through and trying to just draw in there? Do you think she's going to pay a little bump on one of her own? Do you think?
I don't know for 100% for sure, but
Okay.
this is the first time we've seen anything on this path, so I'm thinking it's going through.
Well, it might come a little bit plan B, a little rub, a little wick and roll, and it won't get there, but it is the one at the back. Saskatchewan will pick up a single in a must-win game against Manitoba.
we had too much ice.
So we mentioned they have to win, Saskatchewan. They also need some help. They need a loss by either BC or Team Canada. BC against Quebec. And it is Kelly Scott from Kelowna that has the last rock, and they blank the first against Allison Ross from the Glenmore in Montreal. And Nova Scotia and Alberta. The last rock there belonging to Alberta and Christy Moore from Grand Prairie against Marianne Arsenault and the Nova Scotia champions from the Mayflower.
We have rocks in play. We have the first one in, corner guard, center guard. And then Rachel played a tick. Now, it could have been a come-around tap attempt, but it did tick the yellow one in. That's the yellow stone on the 12-foot, and rolled the other stone over to a corner guard. A very nice play we've seen often by this Ontario team. And that peel and then roll didn't quite get back to center.
Allison Kreviazek.
Whoa, clean. Board. Close. Close. No. Yep. Close. Yep. Hard. Roll it over, release. Yep. Go.
That's a great way to neutralize a double. Instead of throwing a million miles an hour and trying to jump it across, just work it over, take your time. There's lots of rocks left.
9-5.
It's tough for Team Canada to roll away now. Put the pressure on them. Sometimes you try so hard to roll away, you roll out.
This is a great contrast to what we were saying had happened to Team Canada. When Team Canada has had the hammer, they've let things get very claustrophobic in the 4-foot area. Yes, Team Canada can hit this red stone, and they can sit 2, as they have right now, but you have the house mostly open, just 2 opposition rocks in the 12-foot, and Rachel Homan can make some choices now as to how she approaches this situation.
Both release and slide.
Okay. What do you guys think?
You see a definite plan, hit everything in sight the first end, get used to the ice, get settled with your rocks and delivery, and then go at it in end number 2 with hammer. ignoring both Canadian rocks and right around the corner guard here. But over curls, it won't be shot rock. You gotta keep it on the edge of the white almost.
Wall line. Little light. Wall line.
Line's good.
Gotta wait. Gotta go, Reed. Okay, go.
Line's pretty good.
Light.
So trying to draw behind their own corner.
We're in.
Hard, guys. Get it in as far as you can go. Hard.
Covering the edge of the
Hard.
8-foot.
Go on, go.
Oh, and they just drag it there.
Great brushing and great judgment. They called out immediately that it was light, and then about the hog line, they set in so that they knew they had a biter and could judge what they wanted to do.
6-5. Okay.
Okay, let's go. Right up. Nice clean throw. Let's go, Bethany.
Okay, 15.
Beth Iskew throwing the third stones for the defending champions, Team Canada, of the
Weight's pretty
Saville Sports Centre in Edmonton.
Yeah, line. Hard line.
Not heavy.
Jessica Mayer,
Where are we?
Laney Peters.
Whoa, whoa,
7.
whoa, whoa. No. Sit.
Gets by the center guard by about a half a stone, and
Shoot, I thought we were really tight.
It looked like the way it was curling, but he got it by, and it actually is heavy. It's in a ticklish little spot.
Trying to get that at the same time.
Because of the upweight ability from this Ontario team, you will see Rachel Homan call shots that I call multi-purpose. They can play the upweight, so it's a peel, and it's a maybe jam the guard onto the yellows in the house, and it's a maybe roll over and touch ours up. Or maybe any of the above.
But you're right, though. It's what a weapon.
multiple choice kind of shot.
That's fine there, Allie. That's fine.
And
Okay.
that was, I guess, A.
No, yeah.
Okay, 16 and a half. 3, 4. Yep.
Let's go,
Let's go,
Beth. Right up here. Get out there.
Okay. Like 16 and a half, hey?
Yeah.
That's what you said? Okay.
We're talking about the time between the hog lines, and for a 3-4, that is very fast.
Line's good.
Line's
Too
fair.
good.
I was predicting the last shot to be light with the come around, but this is where they played the draw to the button, isn't it? Both sides, both teams. This would be the quickest spot.
Get a sense that this is something we're going to see a lot of tonight. A lot of brushing front ends, working extremely hard as they cover their own.
Good sweep and 16. Good.
Not quite. They may have left a little corner exposed.
Good. 16-4, nicely done.
You try and get shot.
Okay.
If you tap it a little, it's not that bad either.
Okay.
I like what I see from Team Canada this early in the game. It's a description I will use is they look pumped, which means they look like they have lots of energy and do feel confident and do not look like they're worried. And those were the sorts of things we wanted to see early in the game. Of course, the situation in the house is looking fairly good, so they don't have as much to worry about. But I do like what I see so far.
Well, I was going to say to you, because they're not the ones doing the chasing here. Right now, it's Ontario trying to get in. Once we see the reverse, and when Ontario makes the move and starts to force the play.
Hard, get a shot. Right to it, finish. Finish. Good one.
And it'll finish, and finish enough to be shot stone.
Gotta stop jumping. We did a lot like that. I think we had to sweep it on.
Well, we kind of waited the first 10 feet.
Yeah.
Looks good. It's like a 10. 9, 10. Okay.
Further to your point, though, Linda, if you are Heather Nedohin, You don't have the last rock in the first. Okay, that's one you got to park that. And are you happy with this kind of play to start from Ontario, or are you more happy with just the way your team has responded to this?
Yeah, I think the team response has been good. I think that would make you feel pretty confident.
I think 90, 95.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at these numbers in those losses, Heather Nedohin 69%. Otherwise, overall, her total percentage was 80. And it's a combination of Heather's shot making declining a bit, maybe that confidence slip, but also too complicated, too difficult a shot.
Degree of difficulty went way up in those losses. This isn't a simple one either. It's really tough to get to the nose here.
It's a noisy building too, so the communication is going to be that much more important. Bumps it back. Shot stone is still Ontario, now back of the button.
That's not bad. No, that's good. Oh yeah, I didn't want to bounce off or something like that, so that's perfect.
Yeah, much better. They talked about trying to roll open there. That would have been really bad. I don't think Ontario has much other option than to just guard this.
Can't get her out. Okay.
Do you have anything on the other side, Reese?
Sorry?
Do you have anything on the out-turn?
Yeah, but then she just runs her yellow and we're both gone.
Okay.
You're gonna make it absolutely perfect. It's like an automatic double.
Okay. So just a 3?
Sorry?
As we look ahead here, Russ,
bit, eh?
that stone that they just got and dragged, that one on the edge of the 12, the red stone. Something for Ontario to look at?
I don't
enough or not?
think
Too
so.
steep?
Yeah, it's very steep. Okay. Very steep. Yeah. I think the rock that's going to hurt Ontario is that one that was just thrown by Heather. She's going to promote that up and possibly score as many as 3 if this guard is missed.
Whoa, whoa, 2, 3, whoa! Let's stop.
Okay.
It's slick down this lane here. This is really fast.
Okay.
Good one. Nice one.
Thanks.
Draw to the button.
This isn't an easy spot when we think about second end, and Portlet's not all that big, but it's a chance to get into the button.
You could even run the yellow one back if you felt very adventurous. If you ever made that shot, you'd sit 5 if you made it properly. But this is simpler, albeit not easy with that guard in the way.
Well, did you hear the front end of Ontario ask Rachel, do you think you've got anything on the outturn? She said no, she didn't think it was possible.
For herself, she felt if she drew to the button, it would leave a yellow raise. That she's taken the yellow raise and now by throwing the guard.
Well, here they go. Mayor Peters got to get it by that stone. Got to get by their own stone.
I knew we were on. I knew we were on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I didn't want to take the guard over more. Okay.
And look where this has landed.
We had it.
Good throw, buddy.
The interesting part about what we were just talking about and the situation in the house, you think about your goal with your Team Canada.
Yeah. Shoot, we had it.
Big goal was to try and limit scoring this high-powered Ontario team, and if you could limit scoring and force those singles and they get the hammer back, you think of all those things, it's so valuable, and now you've made it a tiny bit simpler. Not an easy shot, but at least possible now.
The weight so she can like call the wick or whatever. Okay. Should I get button, guys?
Yep. Okay.
Super top 4, go at the end. Hers is going real hard at the end.
Okay. Okay.
There's a bit of a in off there on the one that Heather just rolled open, or the backing on that back yellow at the back left of the buttons. If this is a little deep, she's still got options.
Final stone. Sitting 1, Ontario here in the second.
Hand line's good.
Little heavy.
Kreviasik on the left, Weagle on the right.
Yes! Need a wick!
Need a wick. You can hear Emma Miskew. We need a wick here. There's the wick stone coming in now. Going to rub off that little yellow. Going to rub off that. No, there's just coming to the back. There it is. 2. Ontario here in the second. Didn't need the rub and roll, just a quiet tap back to put a pair on the board. What do we always say? If you're going to leave something, right, and you jump all over it, the good teams always do.
Yeah, they really do. That's exactly what happened. Team Canada tried really hard to get in there, ticked the guard, rolled a little too far, and this gives Rachel, if heavy, the in-off, which they thought about. And then they realized, no, it's going to curl enough. Slides by 2.
For a 2-0 lead, the key shot is brought to you by Scotties, Canada's favorite brand of facial tissue. Here on a Friday night, final draw of round robin play, and over we go to the other side of the K-Rock. Saskatchewan opened with the hammer. They scored that single at the back of the 4. We showed you that. Now the last rock for Manitoba and Jennifer Jones out of the St. Vital in Winnipeg. And this is a draw for 2, Kathy.
Well, it is, and great setup again by Saskatchewan in this end. Jennifer played that draw. That is the shot stone. That was her stone, facing 2 on her first one, made it lovely, and Jill just short. And so 4 foot, any bite of it at all for the second point.
Okay. Sweep for the tee. Just sweep for tee. Okay, hold on. Sit. Got it, girl.
Oh boy, look at this keep going. Wow. 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 And now they'll just have another look. And it is 2 red. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, I don't know if they expected it to slide so much, but 2 on the board for Manitoba.
That's the big curl.
Our feature game, Ontario against the defending champions, Team Canada. Ontario had the hammer in the first. They got the blank, carried it over to 2, scored a couple, and now here in the third, Team Canada. And Heather Nedohin will have the last rock. They have the hammer playing the Yellowstone.
8, 9. Whoa.
Right here is good. We're there. Easy, easy. Whoa, 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 whoa.
What a lovely shot. First stone in, corner guard, center guard, and the cover on the corner guard was blocked with the 1 turn, so they had to go wide side, and what a perfect, if it was a guess, by Lainey Peters to get it in there. Definitely nobody had been out that wide yet.
What a great guess. It had to be quite a bit slower out in that spot.
Hello. Hey, nice throws. Thanks.
You like that?
Okay. So a 3-4. 3-4.
Not as tight as a 4. 3-4. Yep.
It's tough to put a rock in a really good
right
spot
over
here.
there.
You could
15.
freeze to the
14. Yeah, 14.
red rock in the 8th foot. But if it bounces off, there's a white-yellow double. If you freeze to the top one, which they're calling, same thing. It's got to be good.
Jessica Mayer throwing the second stone for Team Canada. Now it'll be interesting, Belinda, to see how Team Canada responds since they have the hammer for the first time.
5.
And looking like they're setting up nicely, but right now the rocks are quite grouped, so as Russ says, precision is really required.
No bounce, no bounce. 14-6. Okay.
Now, because it
Where do you want me to
released from
hit
the
it?
red runs, you might see a straight back run double here.
Just a hair inside. Just a
Just
hair
here,
inside
try
the
to get this as thin as they can. They might get them both to fly.
Maybe in.
Just off center.
Thick in. Okay. 3/4 is good.
Pretty good chance the first yellow could jam, but with the weight that this young team from Ontario can throw, there's less chance of it hanging around, and that's the weapon.
Close. Yeah. Whoa. Whoa.
Allison Kreviasek. All on its own. Run it back and will, yes. No spin back. Oh, there's the one that spins back. In fact, it's the Ontario stone on the edge of the 12.
Remote control, raised double, leaves it guarded on the button, and then gets the little spin on the side to sit 2. Look at that. Rolls right to the button. Watch that left-hand red one. It just, when it gets really out of play, it decides to come back in.
And that is the very unique thing about this Ontario team. Other teams can make run backs, but it's the way they do it. Tight ice, big weight, the way they throw it, a little set makes it go straight, and the accuracy is superb.
Jessica Mayer, Iskew, Peters on the brush, diving again at that centerline stone, diving at it, and there's the rub.
Okay. Oh, I thought we were going. 14-7? 14-7. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Good throw. Throw here or draw throw board? Whichever. I don't mind here. Okay. Back weight. You can roll the whole way.
Emma Miskew throwing the third zone. Did I hear that correctly, Russ? Rachel say roll away? Or wouldn't she not prefer to roll underneath?
I think she's trying to roll underneath or way over in the same direction. Yeah, you're right, Becky. If you roll on the high side, you're going to jam it.
Hard, hard, hard.
So they're going to hit this. If it doesn't stop Barry, they want to roll it as far as they can to stop the double. If it stops there's a double. But they're going to roll it far enough that there is no double.
I'll tell you what, great brushing there by Krviasek and Weagle. Again, same situation where Team Canada couldn't drag it by that guard. They were able to. Reminder again, if you're just joining us for the first time this week, this front end has been working with Craig Saville, who plays the lead position for Glenn Howard on their brushing in particular. Craig making his home in Ottawa.
Does Brent Lang know that Craig Saville's helping?
7-6. Yep.
Brent, of course, is partner of Jennifer Jones.
Whoa, girls.
These two teams will meet, Ontario and Manitoba, in the 1-2 page playoff game. We know that.
Right to the face, right to the face. Go, go, go. Right to the face. Go, go.
Right to the face. Shot stone, though, still belongs to Ontario.
Those are virtually touching. That's perfect. And the alignment's even better. That is almost impossible to remove with one try.
I don't mind this because if you're light, you're up here. Okay. Same as practice. Yeah.
The perfect freeze, hardest shot in curling. That is right where you want it.
Right when you want it, and in this case, a desperate need for it because they were in trouble. Very nicely played.
Fight hard. Go, get it, guys, go hard. Bounce off this if you can. Just do it.
And slightly overlap.
Open it up. Okay.
Huh? Did I throw a bat lighter or was it just in the weeds?
I think. Yep. Let's go back. Let's go back. Nice clean throw.
Beth Iskew.
If Ontario had been able to get Emma Stone closer to the collection in the 4-foot, this would be a different kind of shot for Beth. Chance to open it up.
And
That works. Yeah, that's good.
we'll open the shot stone, but leave one stone out, just covering the 4. Let's see, one yellow at the back. Yeah, I think it's just one BC sitting the 1, with Quebec leading 1-0. The team from Montreal scoring in the second as we play here in the third, Kathy.
Well, finally a lot more rocks in play on this sheet. It was very, very wide open. Kelly's first one came a little bit deep. That allowed Allison Ross to come down. She did tick a stone and roll away, so it is a shot stone that she ticked. If Kelly can get just to the inside and tap it a bit, 3 comes into play.
Sarah Wozni, Sasha Carter on the brush, Gina Schrader managing the house. There's that red stone. Move it, and now take a look. 3 it is.
Spectacular weight control to get to the inside there and just bump it enough.
I could tell it was curling.
BC,
Way to go.
a win will lock up a playoff spot. A loss, and then they fall into that scary position of maybe a tiebreaker should Saskatchewan win.
Hard, guys, go! Hard! Hard, hard, please go! Hard! Go, 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 go. Good sweep. So, take a breather.
Wow, those brushers have been working hard.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why you train, but still, that many in a row is very difficult.
Or we run that in now?
This one?
Yeah.
I might switch heads at fifth end break.
Then we'd be
Or do we
guarded.
wait to your last one? Do you think we can get...
So let's do this for now
Yeah.
and sit there.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Or do we
Good.
just fly? Like, instead of sitting over there, do you want to just...
To fly?
No, never mind. It's okay. I just meant peel her right out.
No. No, no, I want to sit here so I
Okay.
can use it potentially.
Okay.
10-5.
Okay.
What Heather's saying is remove the dangerous rock, but if she can keep that thrown rock, the one she's throwing right now here,
I just want to
it's
hit and roll your
impossible
way.
for Ontario to guard both. They can't
One
guard
hit,
this
roll
potential
back
raise
to
and
there.
this wide
So I
open
can
yellow rock.
potentially use it too.
It's a good call.
Okay. Good call. Let's go. Kind of wait.
10, 10-5.
Okay,
You
let's
always
go.
want to leave yourself 2 shots.
Ten.
Whoa! 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 Go with it!
Heather Nedohin and her first.
Hard roll, Lainey.
So make that go away and then roll it over, and not quite far enough. It'll sit behind that longer center guard.
Get options. Good throw.
That'll be disappointing because it gives Ontario a chance to cap the side that they just played.
Tried.
That's straight. Yeah, 10-3. That's great
I
weight.
know, I tried.
It wasn't a
Very
lot
nice.
of weight, but you see how little roll you get because it's a quieter weight and hit it very thickly.
Here, like we did
It's hidden.
against Quebec. Day off.
I was just looking at too.
She's, you know, we can hear you, but she's looking at coming off something.
Rachel can't. I think that's the key. They've got that yellow one, Vic, on the corner there at the 10 o'clock position. Because that freeze is so good, you could come off that one, tap out their yellow-red combination, and maybe sit for 2. But again, Rachel Homan and Ontario cannot guard everything, so they're going to guard the easy one. This is an easy tap for 2 if you don't guard it.
Line's good. 2.
Wall line, get off.
Clean it. Just 2. Clean.
Line's good.
Line's
Gotta
good.
finish.
Clean her up.
3.
Okay, clean it. 3's fine.
Whoa, 3.
3's
Over and
fine.
off.
Doesn't look like a 3 though.
No, just 2.5. Stay with it. Yep. Yes.
Yep.
Hard.
Yep. Okay,
That's
whoa,
good.
whoa,
That's
whoa.
good.
Great shot.
Try to glide a bit
Heather's
more.
not afraid to play the tough ones. She's going to kind of come down here with her in turn over this way. You have to hit it perfect, though. If you hit it a little bit high side this way, the yellow one will keep on going that way depending on the weight. It's almost a natural thin half. With this turn, you'll get maximum action.
Let's go, Hooch. Good throw here.
The rock
Right
will
up, Heather.
spin when it hits.
Stones are one right in front of the other, not angled towards the other yellow. Makes it a little harder.
Does it ever?
So Ontario
It was like I kicked out real live.
leading 2-0. They're sitting 1 on the butt. Team Canada stone throws it in front. Final stone here in 3. Heather Nedohin. Mayor Peters. This is the in-off from the 12-foot. Come across. And no. Killed their own. Didn't move a shot stone far enough. Steal one more. Team Ontario. Ontario now leads at 3-0. final evening of round robin play here at the K-Rock Center in Kingston, the 2013 Scotties Tournament of Hearts. 2 of the 4 playoffs positions have been determined. Manitoba will finish first, Ontario second. So now we're trying to sort out the final 2. But let's go back to that last shot of Team Canada and Heather Nedohin, the in-off.
Well, when you're playing an inside-out shot like this, and your rock's hitting the high, what we call the high side, you get tremendous spin, but you also get a lower roll. This rock will come off a little flatter, lower underneath, and right, if we stop it right there, you throw the other turn, hit it in the exact same spot, you would have hit it there and scored your 2. So it's knowing what happens with those rocks with the amount of spin you put on it and the angle you hit it.
And that resulted in a steal of 1 for Ontario. They lead 3-0 as we go to the 4th. Team Canada once again has the last rock. They have the hammer playing the yellow stone.
I'm not suggesting, Linda, that if they hit it in the same spot with the other turn, they would have made it, but they threw the right turn. But it's knowing that you have to hit it thicker.
Yeah, they were a little confused after, as I said, because of the angle of the stones in the 4-foot one in front of the other instead of an angle. It was tough anyways, but you really have to hit it in a very specific place.
They're so close. That's a shame because, you know, a great effort out of Heather, and it's 3-0 as opposed to 2-2.
Do you think it'll be a bit
Just
slower?
a half an inch more curl.
Not anymore. Not here.
Practice those at home. Then you throw hit half a rock with the high side turn that Heather used, and half a rock with the low side turn, and you'll get a little higher roll on the low side.
Ontario's not stopping. They put up a center guard on their one on the 4-foot. Corner guard goes up, then the come around.
Oh, there's a little rub. And now it'll bang on their own top edge of the 4. Push it to the back of the 12.
I like rolling in.
Kathy, back we go. Manitoba, Saskatchewan must win for Saskatchewan, but facing 3 with their last, the team from Maidstone, Saskatchewan, skipped by Jill Schumann.
Well, she could have played the draw on this shot for sure, but she has elected to play the hit.
Oh boy.
And a lot of weight.
Oh boy.
Clean. 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 Atta girl. 1 yellow. Gotcha.
1 yellow it is to tie it at 2. Must win for Saskatchewan, and then need a loss by either Team Canada or BC. Jessica Mayer.
Board, board, board. Go, go. Bandit.
Now jump it over underneath.
Okay, good. What was it, 11-5?
Maybe half a stone. Still exposed.
Good start to the end here for Canada.
You're not runner. No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, let's do that. If you hit it into the rock behind the corner, that's pretty good, Allie.
Trying to run back, 2 possibilities. Hit it at an angle means you peel off the center guard and get the other yellow out, excuse me, or straight back.
No!
But that does leave the shooter.
Close. Yep. Whoa!
A little high side on the top yellow. You might make both yellows fly here. And over.
Not quite on top of the corner. Nope. Now leaves the Ontario shooter still just off center line.
Pretty good. You roll right on top anyways.
Covers the edge of the button.
Board. Same sort of weight.
Board.
A positive for Team Canada is there is a little flip in behind cover.
10.5, 11. Yeah.
Clean.
Whoa, back.
Whoa. Roll away. No.
No. Roll the.
Trying to get that little flip in front of their own, but no, they'll
10-6.
hit it right on the nose.
Get on it a little bit sooner. Okay. You gotta watch this.
Okay.
So that's top stone. If it comes off the one, it just may get caught at the back.
It could carry him in that direction for sure.
Yeah.
You have to be pretty unlucky. It's only partly in the range. You'd have to just about nose it to have it stay.
3/4 them.
Yeah.
Just a hair off center on the inside, and with enough weight, you might even roll towards the center guard. And there's usually enough weight when you're talking Emma. She can throw it hard.
Yes, she can.
Emma miscue.
Get up. Okay.
No, drives it right by. And just to update, Alberta opened with the last rock. Nova Scotia stole one in 2, stole another in 4, 2-0. So that's Marianne Arsenault out of the Mayflower in Halifax against Alberta, and Christy Moore from Grand Prairie.
Yeah, nice crisp release, Beth. Let's go, Bethy.
Team Canada will use that guard left out in front by Ontario. Try and draw and sit 2.
106.
I think you got to go.
Hard line! Hard line!
Beth Iskew.
Make it good, guys. Right up. Hard
Again, there's that center line guard just off the center line that they're trying to get by. Mayer, Peters, big drag again. Get it by this time? No, no, no.
Keep going, keep going.
And then that little late finish to get it to the top edge of the 12. That's notorious. They've just rubbed and rubbed and rubbed.
Same thing happened in their afternoon game with the Northwest Territories. Whether they clipped the ice a little more, or Heather's just playing a little too cute. But oh, they're so close to getting by. Perfect weight too. That would have been top 8 buried. Like we said, the ice does change from game to game a little bit. Bigger crowd today. The ice surface be a little warmer. Could be getting a shade more finish.
Control. Hard. Hard, guys. Hard. Hard.
Emma miscue.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. Go, go, go.
Angle it back. And now looking for the spill in behind their own, but it'll stop in the hole. Top edge of the button.
I cut that pretty close to the corner guard.
I should have called off, but I didn't know how much out we could roll.
Sorry?
Should have called off. But I didn't know how far out we could roll.
I thought that that was going a lot further than that when it hit, because they were overlapped a lot.
Close. Yeah. Close. Yep.
Yeah!
Beth Iskew
Harder! Hard!
trying to hold the line here. Would love to get the jump behind the center line guard if they can. Got to get it by the guard first. Oh no!
Right out, Hooch. Go, 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 go. More.
And out the back, it'll hang on.
Wait.
So now we go to BC Quebec. Shotstone Quebec is top edge of the 4. Thanks very much. Who's this? This is Allison Ross. Thank you very much.
It is indeed my turn. Kelly Scott tried the double on her final stone, only got 1, Vic, and so it is a draw. Needs full 8 foot for 2.
Line's really nice.
Are you sure?
I am.
Okay.
Nice shot out. Great sweep. Yep.
Allison Ross will pick up 2 to tie it with BC and Kelly Scott. Thanks.
Over curling everything.
Bite of the button if you want.
The button? Okay. Yeah. I think you can throw your practice weight. You like that? Okay.
Wonderful comment. It's nearly an hour since they practiced, and the front end said you can throw your practice weight. This is the side both skips through the draw to the button contest to see who had hammer. Roughly edge of the 8. Rachel takes a little bit less because of the motion
Pretty good.
inside out, but they know the speed here.
You can wait. Pretty close. Go for weight.
Skip Stones.
Go for weight.
Rachel Homan.
Go for weight, guys. Yep. Yep. Hard. Hard line. Hard. Hard. Hard.
Now fighting with.
Hard.
They can't get it by.
Go. Hard.
So that red stone just off center playing no favorites.
That was a pretty big mistake. I don't know if they were threshing as hard as they could. It didn't seem like it, and it was Rachel trying to encourage them.
Did I hear whoa for weight and then go for weight?
I'm not sure.
I'm wondering if that mixed them up, because you're like you say, they were kind of walking that one in, and
Wait, guys! Yep. Hard! Hard line! Hard! 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 Keep going! Get a shot! Go! Hard!
didn't stop in a worse spot either. A little up weight double here. Anything on the high side, right-hand side, broom side of that rock, it clicks into the other one, and Team Canada will sit two.
Heather Nedohin and her first. She trails 3-0.
Come up.
Oh, not right between them.
Okay.
And out the back. Wow.
Not sure about the big weight.
Too much.
We're all guilty of these, Linda. You know you've got the saver, so the weight doesn't matter, but it does, depending on where you put the broom. And you could have made that with a lot less weight.
I could afford a little less ice.
No, it's fine. I just gave you too much.
Okay. Because like anywhere behind it slashes for one.
I mean, you just threw this. So if you like doing that, I don't mind it. If you are...
Like we can be back here.
Yeah.
Okay. Like because
if
they'll
you're afraid
jam on this.
to hit this, but...
It's just like if we play that and then jam, it's like,
Yeah. Whatever you like.
I like the draw. I mean, you just threw it, Rach.
Same ISO?
Yeah.
We threw the same. We underswept yours, so
Yeah.
weight was good.
Okay.
Good for the brushers to accept the fact that they misunderstood either the communication or the judgment and needed to brush that one all the way to get it by.
I did extend.
Really anywhere in behind and you're fine.
Yeah.
This is all about the force for Ontario now.
Yeah, and a chance to possibly steal. You put this in a good spot. Heather might have to run back her own rock. You run back your own against a potential 3 rocks. It could be a short night for Heather.
Because I thought I heard Emma say even if you took it back 8, even as deep as can be.
Yes.
Right, Vic, because a good point, because Team Canada sitting second shot. If you don't get this buried, if you leave it at the top 8 like they did last time wide open, it's 2 points. They have to bury it, so if it goes deep, that's fine.
Switch. Gotta go wait. Okay, go. Go all
This
the
isn't
way.
heavy either.
Hard, guys, hard. Hard. Hard, finish. Hard.
Herviasic,
Hard.
Weagle,
Hard, please go.
and they'll get it to the top 8. Just nibbling at the blue of the 4-foot. You had your watch on that. I heard the beeping. Is it? What's the watch saying?
Yeah, it's saying it's the same speed, 15 seconds hog to hog.
This shot's here for 2. It really is. Not a simple one by any means, but we've seen Heather make a lot of these.
Do you guys like this board weight?
Yeah.
No more than board. You need to get by that guard and hang around, or it's not worth it. You might as well draw for 1.
Let's go, Hooch. Good throw here.
So the
Heather,
stone
nice
at the
forward.
top of the 12-foot. The Yellowstone is second shot. Final stone here in the 4th.
Whoa! Whoa! Yeah!
Looking for a couple.
Whoa! Yes! Yes! Yes!
Uh-oh. Did it jump on them? Peters, Mayer. One more time. Get it by that gut. Oh! Whoa, ho, 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 ho. My. And out the back and sit for 2.
Oh, that was
Wow.
Nice shot.
Look at this. They let off, and it just barely gets by. For the deuce. Another update for you, and Saskatchewan in a must-win. ready for the final stone by Jennifer Jones, but it was her first Kathy.
Unbelievable. She made a great triple, and not your run-of-the-mill, aren't these close together triple, but across the house triple. Lovely to lie to. Jill hit and stuck, so this is a hit and stick for 2.
A Kathy Gauthier kind of triple.
Yes.
And now, sit. Now, isn't that interesting? Wow. How do you go from the triple to missing that and scoring just the single? So a giveaway for Manitoba. Jennifer Jones, we know she is going to finish first regardless of what happens this evening. Ontario second. There's the question marks. Team Canada, BC on the ice. If they win, doesn't matter. Saskatchewan must win and hope for a loss by either those two at 3 losses to come back and force a tiebreaker on this Friday night here at the K-Rock Center in Kingston. And our final night of round robin play. Team Canada gets the deuce. We go to 5, 3-2, Ontario leading, and it is the team from the Ottawa Curling Club that has the last rock playing the Red Stars.
Beautiful tap back for Heather there. They just barely got by that guard. I was kind of leaning as that went by there. They got off it at the last second and made it look easy.
Hard for weight to it. Yeah. Go.
Lisa Weagle's lead for Ontario is ranked 3rd, but I think you should give her bonus points because regularly throughout the game she's asked for ticks, and 2 made here. Pushing the rocks, the guards belonging to Team Canada away from center line and opening it up for her skipper. Very nicely done.
What you means?
Do you think, I mean, would you agree this is the first team we've seen use this tick other than, say, in a 10th?
Yes.
So might this be something that we will see other teams, both female and male, do in the future?
Yes, as a matter of fact, and Russ and I chat about this a lot, we encourage teams to consider it as a part of their strategy. It's not just a 10th end strategy, it's just a strategy. But we don't see teams practice it, and then they're a little reticent to use it because they don't know if they're going to make it. When you make it all the time, when you play it all the time, you're confident.
We've both seen it in Europe used more than in Canada, and it's a fantastic shot. And to your point, if you have to really make it in the 10th end, she's done it so many times, she's got a better chance.
All right, but explain here as we watch Alison Kreviazuk throwing the second stones. Ontario does have the last rock. And 1-1, bang, bang, and then scoot through. The point of playing the tick early for Ontario with last rock is to do what?
Always have the front open. When you think about Team Canada's struggles, they've had steals against Vic.
They've got hammer. I don't mind.
Okay, let's check in. Our first look at Alberta and Nova Scotia. And we mentioned Nova Scotia. They stole a couple of points. This will be the final stone for Grand Prairie's Christy Moore.
Well, she made a draw on her first one, and so has that to go on. This is a draw for 2.
Line's really good. Gotta go for line now.
Coming in with a record of 1-9. It's been a disappointing week for Moore. And of course, the Nova Scotia story is the team for the Mayflower reuniting of Marianne Arsenault, Kim Kelly, and of course, Colleen Jones. So fails to get through. Now they'll take a look.
Good. Like, where's she go?
And they're going to measure those two, and we'll update you when we know.
I was so prepared to give her that point.
Generous that you are, Kathy.
Should come up, eh? Yeah.
So back to the center guard situation, Vic and the Ticks opening it up, and then once they can, they go to the next two, Allison and Emma, to try and peel, and then regularly we see a blank, and if not, they definitely have a good chance to score.
Well, it makes so much sense. If you're allowed to peel the opponent's rock right off the bat, you would. You'd move it, you hit and roll in the corner, and that's exactly what she's doing. And you set up 2 corners that way, and it's the best of both worlds. Great shot if you can make it.
Okay, 2?
Yep.
16.5 to 17.
Yeah. gave it a little.
34.
2.
Beth Iskew saying I gave it a little on release.
Come on, girls. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Crossover, crossover. Go, 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 go. 18-9. Nice brush.
Oh, Bethy.
You
Shouldn't have said anything. It made them feel more tired.
I like when I was like, oh my goodness, did I just hog that raw?
I didn't think you'd hogged it, but that was slow. If we go really thin, we can tap it in. Maybe.
British Columbia and Kelly Scott
Yeah,
sitting
thin,
one
we can
back
tap it in.
edge of the 8-foot in a 3-3 tie with Quebec, and final stone for the two-time Canadian champion coming up.
Allison Ross hit and rolled out on her final stone, and so that allows a relatively easy shot for Kelly. In this game meets a bite of the 8-foot.
Okay. Nice throw.
A simple story for BC, and the team from Kelowna win, and they're in.
Little bit straight. Easy, easy on line. Line looks straight. Yeah, 14-8. 15. Okay, 14-8. Yeah, we're going for the slides a little bit.
4-5, guys. Looks good.
Go back. Chris, really.
Way to go. Nice shot.
2 yellows.
2 yellows, 2 for BC. They'll lead at 5-3 going to the break.
No choice now but to try to go around their own corner because the 4-foot's wide open because of those ticks.
Lots of line.
Lots of line.
Lots, we're wide open.
Let it work.
6.
Now,
Starting to go.
Go deep, Lainey, go! Go, Lainey, go! Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Nicely done. 14-9.
Good sweep.
To the top 4, but it's still wide open.
It's still 14.
Did you rather throw that?
Well, they did tuck a little corner, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. Whoa, whoa. Control. Whoa. Whoa, right off, Valley.
Emma miscue. As we've got a miscue, again it's an iscue. This one.
Get up.
Now rolling it over. And look at this. Homan will jump right on it, trying to drag it behind their own wide corner.
Houses are completely dead.
Sorry?
Houses are just dead. I thought that was going up. Well, we hit half.
First time we've heard that this week.
But like,
Do you think so? And if it is it a result maybe of the larger crowd?
Yeah, it could be the larger crowd, which is a warmer air temperature. The other thing they could be doing is clipping a little more pebble off with the nipper, and they take the, it's a little bit like laser eye surgery, where they nip the actual top of the pebble off, flatten it out a little bit, and a flatter pebble will give you more curl, and it's not as lively house as they're just picking up on here.
Let's go, Heather.
If I ever walk into laser eye surgery and he says to me, I'm just going to nip a little pebble off your eye, I am walking right out of that place.
That 4-foot blade would scare you a bit, would it? Around your eyes?
It would, yeah.
Whoa, yeah! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Heather Nedohin.
Yep.
Got to get it by that corner first, though.
Roll it, Dust! Roll it, Dust!
And trying to roll it away.
11-1, good.
Heather has great control of her weight on those shots. Beautiful throw.
Board? Okay. Little roll behind? Yes, we can. Okay.
All right, so now we know. Try to jump it in behind their own corner, covering the edge of the 8-foot. Rachel Homan.
Board? No, Clean. Whoa. Solid? No.
hey, just keep a broom on it.
Hey.
Whoa.
Solid board. Roll it open, yep. Yep.
Take it out. Pretty much.
Okay.
Maybe that guard, Linda, just prevents you from getting across the nose to get that flip.
I think she was just a little bit outside and it never came up. If you had any little flip, it probably would reduce the chance of Heather Nedohin making a good shot.
I'm just going to give it a try here. Roll to the right of her sheet and hide underneath that red one. She should be close here because she just threw it.
Love to roll behind our yellow.
Yeah, for sure.
So they're going for the
Wait.
long
Yellow.
roll to the right.
Interesting.
Pair more weight?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go, Hooch.
Yep. Other way. Hard. Other way. Whoa, whoa,
Heather Nedohin and
whoa.
her last.
Whoa. Yes. Whoa, whoa. Yes. Yep.
Well, the plan was to go one way, so she must have been a little inside, lightweight, and it curled and got the flip in behind.
No, that was ugly.
What are you saying leaning other way? You want to roll that way?
No, right away. I knew I was tight, so go the other way for the roll.
Oh, but originally you wanted to roll behind her?
Yeah, I wanted to roll behind ours. And then I called the ambulance.
Good to have a chuckle, and it certainly worked out just fine.
Well, that's what we said at the top of the show. I think everybody plays better when they have a little bit of humor out there. It's not life or death as a sport.
So after all that hard work to tick away guards, to peel away guards, that one hit and roll, and you're forced to the single.
Amazing.
It's a little heavy.
You wouldn't have played the run back here to maybe blanket?
Too big a gamble.
Okay.
This is close.
I better dig in fast. And it just does. 1. Ontario here in 5.
That one carried.
It did. It carried all the way. Ontario leads 4-2 going to the break. Well, a week from now, we will be in Edmonton on the Friday night on the eve of the Tim Hortons Brier. Our coverage begins next Saturday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Kevin Martin, you see. His third, of course, John Morris. His father is Earl Morris, and Earl has been working with Rachel Homan, well, since she was a teenager, about the age of 13. Brian?
Vic, I talked with Rachel and Allison before the game, and they give their coach so much credit. Of course, their last Scotties, he was not with them, and he is back with the team. As for Rachel, she says it's all about the strategy. He's taught them so much, how to be a better defensive team. And for lack of a better word, Vic, I would say they're winning boring games, and she agreed with that. We have to learn to win boring, and they have. Not always about that triple raise takeout shot to win games. And Allison also made a great comment. She said, he has known us for a long time. He knows when not to come out and say, you guys got to play better, or to yell at us. He knows when to push the buttons as well. And Allison says he is a fantastic manager of their personalities.
And that was part of the, I mean, he was with them when they made their first appearance, Linda. And then he backed away from the game a little bit, went and decided, look at, as he said, when the phone rang and somebody said, hi, it's Jennifer Jones calling, would you come? He went out to work with her. Then he was really going to stay at home and not do it anymore, but changes within the team, and they asked, would you come back? He talked to his wife, and so now he's back with Rachel Homan.
Hold the line, guys. All right, whoa. Whoa. No, let it die.
So the wily veterans found the way to make a hit and roll last end and force the single, and so now they've got the hammer back. Let's see what they can do with it.
Are they different tonight, though, Russ? Pardon me, Team Canada, as compared to this afternoon?
Yeah, a little bit. I think so.
Okay.
And we've all been there. You play a team that, first of all, it's the worst thing that happens is you play a team that you think you can beat. And I know Heather's too smart and such a veteran team that they didn't think they could walk up and down the ice against the Northwest Territories and lose. But as that game went along, they seem to get a little tighter and tighter because it was slipping away a little bit. And here they know they're against a great team. They're going to have to play well, and they are.
Short! We're short!
We're short. 16-2.
Okay.
All right, let's go over to Manitoba, Saskatchewan again. Kathy must win for Saskatchewan, but she is going against Manitoba, has first place. Jennifer Jones never lets up.
Well, she doesn't. She was lying too, and then took her last stone and just drew in to make another good one. I thought that Jill might just play an easy tap, but she's actually throwing hack way, trying to angle her own in.
Jill Shumate, Maidstone Curling Club. Taps it between, steal of 2. They go to the break. Manitoba leading 5-2. Okay, so again, the scenario, Saskatchewan must win. Then need a loss by BC or Team Canada. The one thing I would suggest to both of you is if you're Team Canada or BC, you do not want to look at that scoreboard.
You shouldn't look around anyways. I know that it's hard not to, but you really have to keep your focus because no matter what, you want to play well in this final round robin game.
Good girl. Good.
Nice call there by Homan and Team Ontario. They hit the corner guard, which was thrown for a purpose. Without hammer, they want to keep those corner guards out of play and rolled over for a center guard.
You like that? 3.
Nice response from Canada with the double peel.
It curls real hard.
Team Canada has the last drop.
I think,
Here in 6, playing the Yellowstones.
I think you're about 2.5.
3, guys, get it 3, yes! 2, hard! Just 2, switch! Never mind, just stay, go, yeah.
There's 15 feet from the hog line to the front of the house, and a 2 is in the second 5-foot range that they're looking for. If you're wondering how dramatic it is, well, with the curl on this ice and these stones, it is fairly dramatic if you throw a different weight than is called by the skip.
Hey! 9.
Okay, let's go, Jess.
Enough ice here? The 9? I think you can afford more for 9.
Are you throwing
She's
peel or
giving me
9?
more.
Okay.
9.
Looks like they're going to high side this, Linda, red on the yellow.
Double peel. 9 is the number of seconds between the hog line.
Hard, guys. Whoa, 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 whoa! Whoa!
Sorry, Jess, I jumped that one. 9-3. Shoot, I jumped that one.
Do you feel like we threw tight weight?
Updating Alberta against Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia sitting one edge of the button as the final stone for the team from the Mayflower in their final game of round robin. And Marianne Arsenault, Kim Kelly, Colleen Jones, and of course their young 25-year-old lead Jennifer Baxter. The magic just wasn't there. They couldn't relive their past glory.
Well, not this time anyways, Vic. They certainly have struggled a lot. And for Marianne, just trying to get to the 4-foot. Lots of movement on the sheet.
Yep, go now.
Go now, yep.
Drawing 4-2.
Oh, we've missed the back end. You know what, it just goes so sideways.
And we'll stop in time. 2 on the board, Nova Scotia.
I know.
So Ontario is sitting one top 4 center line behind a couple of staggered center guards.
They're just trying to hit this a little on the high side, which definitely eliminates the enemy rock, but I don't see it moving that yellow one into the rings. If you hit it dead on, you'll move your yellow one into the rings, but a little high side it will not.
Yes! Whoa! 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 Yes! 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 Nicely done.
So rolls the shooter over to
I actually got
get 2 corners now, one covering the edge of the 4, another one covering the 12-foot. Shot stone still belongs to Ontario.
Good.
Keep an eye on that tight one, the one that is guarding the edge of the 4. Can be very useful for Team Canada. No let up here. Emma Miskew asks for another guard.
Line's better. Touchless. Line's good. Get it 3. Make sure it's 3.
So a 3 is that third 5-foot section, the 5 feet closest to the house.
Make it a 3.
They need that in order to get the curl that's desired.
Yep. Okay, that's. Whoa.
Nice throw. Straight back there.
Now you can hit the red and get the yellow to maybe pop into the rings.
I think you're
Peel or normal?
So important to put those guards in the exact right spot.
What do you want? Oh, peel. And I just had peel?
Just a hair off center. You might make the red one go away in the 4-foot a little thinner than that. You could tick that yellow on the edge of the 4 into the rings.
You know, you talk about teams, Kathy, that are starting to get it together towards the end of the week. BC up and down, but boy, they've looked good lately, and count them up now, 1, 2, and 3. So that's what is facing Allison Ross and her team from the Glenmore Curling Club.
I'm not going to tell her anything.
Well, she's had some struggles this week with draw weight, Allison has. She's made some great hits, but it has been the inconsistency that you talked about. Needs 8 foot.
Line's really nice. You
Yep, full 8, drawing against the 3. Sasha Beauchamp, Brittany O'Rourke, Audrey Dufresne, and they're all out there now trying to drag it a little bit more, ladies, a little more. Oh, and just enough for the single for Allison Ross in Quebec.
Just a 2, Rach. Line's good. You got room. 2.
Whoa, wait.
Skip Stone
Switch.
here in 6.
Clean.
Yep, go now.
And Rachel Homan in her first.
Yep.
Switches to get Allison on the left, closer to the stone. A lot of theories about who's closer and whether you get more or less curl. The theory with this is it will curl a little more than if Lisa on the right was closer to the stone.
We had to go for long. Okay. Yeah. And it went absolute bananas at the end.
Okay.
Nice weight.
Nice throw.
Thanks. I thought it was a 2, eh?
Well, I think Emma's may have cleaned it up a little bit. Because her first one, I didn't feel like sweeping really dragged it.
I thought they might go into the rings that time, Linda. Half bury it.
Jumping at the bit looks good.
Christmas treat, I guess they call it.
Yes.
Colleen Jones made that
A half and half, I
phrase.
call
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
The reds.
Do you like that?
Red maybe for now on this one. Your next one we can play the yellow, or?
Yeah, it's for 1.
Yeah.
I'd like to get 2 here.
If you want to get 2, you need not straight back with the red. You need option 2 with the yellow one. Obviously, the danger is if you ever miss it, that rock's already buried and
tap
Rachel
that
Homan's
up.
throwing.
And just get it in here, and I've got options, right? Tap it up. I like it.
Okay.
Not afraid to play the big shot,
Yeah.
is she?
But
All right.
this is a little different, right, Linda? I mean, this isn't removal of the shot stone. This is just tapping it up to it.
No, we're going to tap
Or
it
putting
through.
it closer to it.
But I wanna
Well, I
keep it
think she's
around, so
playing a
even if you
quiet
just roll
way
off
to
it, we might
move
just
the
kick
red
it
one
open
out of the
and stuff.
4-foot
Okay.
and leave the yellow one there.
All right.
Now, in many ways, these are harder than run backs. You'll have maybe a little more chance to engage the brushers, but this in-between weight sometimes is hard to judge for line.
No kidding.
Just hack weight, move it up, get something in there. We've got lots of yellow options available.
For sure.
Depending where this stops, she's got an in-off off the corner guard, yellow, and she's got a raise on that long yellow. So the theory being get it in there, hoping Ontario guards, which I don't think they will, and then there'll be 2 options to maybe score your 2. But it would be awfully nice if you're Canada to be shot rock after this one lands.
Close. Whoa.
Heather Nedohin and her first She does have last rock.
Whoa! Yes! Yes!
Angle this back. Going to touch it. Yep, move it back far enough. Yes, two. Wow, just enough.
Brilliant.
Nice throw, Heather.
Great
I think
shot.
it reminded me of last year when Beth and Heather would have a chat, and Heather would say, I want to play it, let me play it, trust me. And sometimes Beth is one to argue a bit because she's a little more conservative, but you could tell in this game she wants to make sure Heather is comfortable in playing her shot. Very nicely done.
Oh, beautiful shot. Bad news is they can come back to that red one, or at least get around the yellow and still force Heather to do another circus shot. But you heard the skipper say she wanted two, and that was the way to do it.
She mentioned she does have the options of stones in front that she can raise up. Final rock now for Ontario, and Rachel Homan out of the Ottawa Curling Club.
Line, weights go. Back four.
No, never.
And not a lick from Kriviasek. Weagle all on its own, and it's going to go back and snuggle up beside the other Ontario stone. Back 8.
This is a series of draws now where Rachel has not been on target. Some have been light, last end and this end deep on the second one. And on release, the brushers did say weight is good. And Rachel keeps saying to them, what do you think of my stones? Do you think they're okay? If it was me, I would ditch them just because I've seen so many differences. Even if it's not the stone, it's the path, maybe something else, I'd get rid of them.
So if that doubt is in her mind about those stones, let's erase it right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the worst way to miss it too, isn't it, Linda? A little short. Heather'd have a very tough draw for two. She actually made it easier.
A couple of stones now to come to at the back of the 8. Final stone, sitting one, just nibbling center line. Top of the 4. Looking to draw here for a second to tie it through 6.
Starting to come. I think we're good. Yeah. We're good now. We're on to the backing.
Yeah, there it is. That's what you said. They actually made it easier by having that backing. Won't even need it. Stops, back edge of the button. 2 on the board for Team Canada. And we're all even at 4. Kathy's up again as we check in on Manitoba and Saskatchewan, and look at that. I mean, my goodness, Saskatchewan has faced nothing but red stones, all belonging to Manitoba.
Well, and Manitoba could have made it a little bit tougher. A rare miscue from Jennifer on her final stone. She went deep. She went to the back 12, and so it's against 2. Needs 8 foot. Jill was short on her first.
Jill Shumay from the Maidstone Curling Club in a must-win. Must-win. Must stop. Wow. 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 Steal 2, Manitoba. Started off so well for Saskatchewan this week. One of the early stories here in Kingston. The way it's going now, it looks like we will not, may not have any tiebreakers. Saskatchewan must win, of course.
Good, Laney, nice.
And then hope for some losses by BC and Team Canada. But if they don't, then we've got the 4 teams.
Can't really
through.
roll on.
I don't think I like.
Same pattern as the last time. A guard was placed out in front with their first stone. Ontario played the tick, raised the yellow one in, rolled the red one over. Nicely done, but Heather Nedohin's just going to keep piling them back.
Like they had a little more weight up, and it was like back on.
Okay.
Trying to slide the shooter in between the hole. I don't know whether that's available, but just get that yellow one off the center. That's the object. They don't care if it's in the rings. They hit so well.
Yeah, the difficulty with this is where the red one will go. That's why they were a little worried about it and talked about it.
Hard.
4, okay.
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 Go, Jess.
Interesting call right back. You might throw a center guard when you're
I'm sticking around though, right?
tied without hammer and try
Pardon
to
me?
I'm
steal.
sticking around.
Just a little worried about these two red ones on the side. So hit and roll to the center and you accomplish both.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah. Change it. Go,
Jessica
go,
Mayer.
go, 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 go. Watch yours, Lainey. Got it, girl. Nice shot.
So change to the double peel, noticing how straight the rock was traveling down the ice.
Let's do this.
Wily veteran.
Yes, indeedy.
Hitting and rolling.
Yeah.
Nova Scotia sitting 1-2, and that's what's facing Alberta's Christy Moore from Grand Prairie with her last.
Well, Christy tried really hard for a crosshouse double on her first, got one and just rolled out the backside, the underside of the Nova Scotia stone. So Marianne split the house, and so now she is playing a draw. Needs the 8-foot full.
Christy Moore,
Need help?
Blaine DeJager, Michelle
Okay.
Dykstra,
Yeah,
and Amber
5.
Chevelday.
14-5?
Yeah.
It's been a long week for the Alberta champions,
Okay, good sweeping, guys. Good try.
and they are going to
2 yellow.
come up light. Steal of 2. 2 more for Nova Scotia, up 6-1.
100.
Oh my God, I'm stepping on my own pants.
Go, guys, go!
Go.
Hard, make it even! Go, go, go!
15-3.
Trying to split the house.
Whoa, 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 whoa. We're good. 15-3. Great.
To sit 2 without last rock here in the 7th.
Well, that shot by Heather last, and please let me play it. I want to play it. I want to raise it. Well, that really turned things around as far as the feeling in this game. Momentum now with Team Canada.
Whoa!
That mistake on Allison's first, rolling out. Just not the precision right now for this team from Ontario.
Yep. Whoa, hard! No, no, no.
Will I say that?
Yeah,
And then a
yeah,
beautiful
right.
roll on her second. Nicely done. Just wanting to group them.
Yes, sir. Thanks. I think we just need that little more weight from everybody.
9-5.
A little bit, like it's kind of like a put it there now.
So guys.
Okay. How much weight? 9-5.
9-5.
All right. Let's go, Beth. Nice and clean here. Crisp release, right, like you can.
Just about impossible to not leave a double here. Obviously you have to make it. Roll a little bit, but there should be a double on for Ontario.
9.5.
Easy. Whoa. Whoa.
Yep. Yeah!
Draws are moving here.
Hard! 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 Gotta go! Good.
Sit.
6.
No, not quite. So they'll lose
Jess,
the race
9-7.
stone out the side.
Okay. Control. Want to roll that way? Yeah. Okay. Control him. Control.
So the plan to try and get something out of the rings to keep it open for Ontario has come through because of that mistake by Beth. The fact they couldn't hold 2 makes the force really tough.
Control. Yep.
Ontario looking to establish the even-in situation in the second half of the game.
Go, 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 go. Okay, go down.
Nine, 5, 10.
Let's go, Beth. Right up the stick.
So the same weight I just threw.
Yep. Yep.
Good shot by Emma to sit there in the middle, and there'll be a couple of exchanges, and then you'll see with Skip's rocks, Rachel maybe try to roll closer to the edge.
Whoa. Yep. 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 Hard. Hard roll, Jess. Go, Jess. Go. Go, 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 go. Nicely done.
Was that Heather? Nice throw, Beth.
9-6.
Nice shot, Beth.
Nicely done. Thanks.
Everything comes down.
Ontario's quite happy with what's going on here too, though, aren't they? Because they run this blank through, and they'll have hammer and 8, so it'd be 2 hammers against 1.
Control. Hard. Go. Hard. Hey.
So here's what's ahead for the weekend and the championship weekend. The playoffs will start Saturday, tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. It'll be the Page playoff. We just don't know which teams, and that's barring anything unforeseen. Should Saskatchewan come back here, they're trailing, however, to Manitoba. That could result in a possible tiebreaker. But right now, we begin our coverage at 2 p.m. Eastern Time Saturday.
9-5.
Clean. Yep. Roll it, Jess. Good. 10.
Nice throw.
Nice throw. Good job. 10.
Where's she doing?
Ontario with last rock. Rachel Homan started, but then felt something on the running surface.
All the running bands or running edges are a little bit, sometimes get a little bit pitted, a little bit, little small holes, and something can be in there.
No. That's it.
Interesting. Don't often see this.
Things don't usually stick to it. They usually come off a lot faster than that.
Right.
Okay, let's go, Rach. Control weight.
She'll roll it towards her own.
Was I mistaken? She meant to get that out.
Well, I tell you what, the playoffs are coming up, and BC starting to really get it in gear here, Kathy.
Well, they really are. Allison Ross made a great shot on her last one, kind of rubbed off a BC stone. So all Kelly has is through the hole and then angling on her own for shot.
Look at that.
That's good.
You betcha. Beware, BC.
3 yellow. 3? Yeah. Way to go, guys. 3 yellow.
Clean.
9-5.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, Lainey. Whoa.
Heather was trying to roll a little bit towards that other red stone.
10-3. When you throw it nice, it doesn't go.
It accomplishes something, though. You'd love to hit and roll wide side because there's a lot less distance for your shooter to roll. That would jam onto that red one more often than not. So they're going to have to go across the sheet. It's not like Rachel Homan can't throw it hard enough to roll at 8 feet, but it is tougher.
That's why I was surprised she really tossed her first one, which meant she rolled that direction as opposed to maybe rolling the other way.
I got it.
I love the roll high side. Watch this spin when it hits.
And away it goes. And away we go. Blank on the board in a 4-4 tie. Looking to go undefeated and feeling pretty good about things. Jennifer Jones and her team from the St. Vital. And long time ago, Linda?
We could have left the year off.
Oh, okay. It's hard to believe. I mean, no disrespect. It's hard to believe that it hasn't happened.
No, I agree.
You know, that somebody hasn't been able to do it, but certainly Manitoba does tonight. This is a final stone for Jill Shumay, and it's she struggled a little bit tonight in a must-win, Kathy.
Well, she's really struggled with draw weight. She's been short and heavy and short and heavy. I don't know if they've ever talked about the stones, but we're short. That's the yellow rock you see there, and now it's a tough one on this one.
For 3, I mean, she's facing 3. Top 8, 2 around the edge of the 4.
Great job. I got one yellow.
1 it is. So Saskatchewan picks up the single. Again, that's a must-win for them.
Good.
As we welcome you back to the K-Rock Center here in Kingston, home of the Ontario Hockey League Kingston Frontenacs.
Oh, jeez. Well.
Final night, round robin play.
Just let us
2 spots have been decided in the 4-team playoff. Manitoba and Ontario 1-2. Sorting out 3, 4, and maybe a tiebreaker.
Things are a little different this end, and not because the pattern really changed. There was the center guard played by Team Canada. This time, the tick by Ontario rolled the shooter in and pushed the yellow one over. And that meant Team Canada hit the one in the house. Now using the opponent corner guard is Ontario.
Okay, that's good, Alex. Situation where I genuinely did not know, because it depends if it collides or not. That was 14-4. Silence. Okay.
Very nicely done.
So 14-8, 14.
And on the very edges here.
Just about 4 feet of curl everywhere, and that's what the curlers want to see, consistency.
100.
Speed seems to be similar here. Sometimes it's a little quicker path.
Where? 6. Have a left. 1. 6, 7. No.
Jessica Mayer.
Stay with it.
Yeah,
Whoa. 7. Whoa. Yeah. 7, 8. Yeah. Hard. Hold the line. Whoa, whoa,
We're to it.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Easy, 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 easy. Good. Just release it a bit.
Okay.
Keep playing around the corner if you're Rachel.
Back 12.
Tap it around a little bit. Try to be partly buried or set up a wall.
Freeze is fine.
Allison Kreviazuk throwing second stone.
Lenny, you're there!
Line only.
Line only! Stay close. Clean it.
Miscue and
Clean
Weigel.
it. Just clean. Go for weight. Gotta tap. Gotta tap. Not tapping very far. Hard, hard, hard.
And just that little tap to sit for shot stone in a 4-4 tie. Ontario with last draw.
Okay. Board weight. Board. Love board.
Do you like hack?
Yeah. Any way I can throw hack?
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go, Jess.
Tough shot. You're never getting that red one out. You can dislodge move the yellow so the red one will go next time if you want to stay on top of this one.
A little extra weight. Sometimes you see the rock roll a little further.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah! Little out!
No!
Little firm!
No!
Forward!
No!
Whoa!
It's nice.
Good. Good. Was that up or was it? 11-7. Okay, that's not bad.
Thank you.
And we have our first final. Alberta has conceded. It's a 7-1 win for Nova Scotia. And the team from the Mayflower, Marianne Arsenault, Kim Kelly, Colleen Jones, and Jennifer Baxter. nice. Very. Nancy Delahunt, their longtime fifth player there too. There was a time, a moment, all three of them admitted that they never thought they'd get to experience again.
Yeah, you were terrific. Good.
That's what I wanted to win.
And Peter Corcoran, their longtime coach, some close to 40 years he's been coaching Pauline Jones. Alberta finishes at 1-10. Nova Scotia 5-6.
Board, weights down.
You have to hand it to Colleen Jones, Linda, I think it is. And the team for Nova Scotia, they started 0-4, finished 5-2 at the end there, and took Rachel Homan right to the bitter end. And once they figured the ice out, they were as good as anybody.
I was very impressed with Marianne Arsenault. The latter part of the week, she really, I think, really caught on to the skipping, the ice, and all those sorts of things, and that's what you have to do.
It was, to my mind, a little curious because they had their least success when they didn't put stones in play, and when they finally did,
It's true.
Yes.
That's when they started to get it together.
10. Whoa! 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 Come up. Sit. 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 Sit.
Don't want to set up a double here.
Sugar balls. Come. Ooh.
Well, we haven't heard that since last year.
Well.
Heather Nedohin and her sugar balls. Yeah.
Okay.
I was supposed to throw a weight. Just tap and roll there, like back line.
Okay.
Okay, back line.
If that yellow goes onto the
So
red,
maybe
it should go to
throw
that towards that
back out?
back yellow, so they can
Okay.
throw a
Back
little bit of
12's
weight at this.
okay.
The key's rolling on
Back
top.
12's okay as well. Okay.
I'll throw just a bit.
Okay. Back line. Clean it.
Ontario with the hammer, trying to set up a deuce.
Whoa. Whoa. Just back line. No, it's not coming up. Back line.
Close.
Nope, nope. Yep, back 12. Whoa. Yep, yep. Hard. Hard, roll, 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 roll.
Oh, here. The action of the stone sometimes surprises you. Let's compare the thirds, Linda.
Well, you just saw that shot from Emma Miskew. What a game, 86% overall. And for Beth, she's had a little bit of an up and down week, and she is a real key to that Team Canada group. So she'll want to bring those numbers up a bit in the playoffs.
Player numbers are brought to you by Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Just didn't roll to a good spot. It would look great coming in. It just really rolled hard, and a nose hit double to sit 4.
Enough to spill it out this side. More, a couple more turns. One more turn. Got one more. Sure it does.
The interesting thing about the shot that Emma threw is she threw what she was asked to throw. I'm not sure if Rachel lined up all the different angles very well, which is unusual for Rachel.
Yeah, they got caught on that one for sure.
And you look at how these bounced as well. There's no wall left. There's places you can draw, definitely, but nice shot.
That was a miscue to allow Iskew to sit 4.
Ooh.
You know,
We're tapping, Ann.
I'm sorry. That's it's just too easy.
That's the $5 fine, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, sorry.
That's why no one used it till this point.
Yes.
You know, I mean, come on. At least you have to work for it, Russ.
Little late.
Yes, go.
Late.
Hard.
Straight draw.
All the way, go.
You know, I'm cheap. I go for the cheap laugh every once in a while, but I wasn't even going there.
Okay. Yep, yep, yep. Hard.
Right in between again.
Cheap laugh. Kathy, how are you? Final stone for Quebec against BC and facing another pile of yellow.
Well, she certainly is, and Kelly Scott threw one almost on the center line on her final stone to try to make this draw to the 4-foot just that much harder.
Okay, P-line, girls.
Allison Ross and her team from the Glenmore Curling Club.
Backing is good here, too. You're good with backing.
And yes, just stops back edge for the single.
Had that game plan today. We know what to do.
Yeah, you know what? They're closing really well, Linda. I think BC, we were a little concerned of that inconsistent play early in the week, but right now seem to be rounding into fine form.
You do have to remember their lead was sick for a couple of games, and maybe that had a little effect as well.
Skip Stones.
Shoot, I needed to pop out more.
Nice throw.
Shoot.
You know, with a collection of stones like this, you would think, Russ, that there'd be something there that Ontario could use. Just to
try and take
pocket it or corner
good.
freeze it or do something with it.
They're talking about freezing to the open, but I think they're going to give this double a try. This might make some sense. Depends on where the yellow goes.
Off the back to go over top.
Will it go past your back one? Rachel can throw it hard enough, Vic. I think you're onto something. If she can get this thick enough, she can't hit it there. She has to hit it there. This one goes. The top yellow will go across the top. The shooter automatically rolls in as these catchers. And it's an interesting situation with one buried and one at the back. She has to get this just perfect. If she hits it dead on, she'll make the double, but the top yellow will carry onto her own red. So a little high side, that allows the shooter to roll into that pile of yellow. Could get 3 of them here.
Wow, like a rocket. Here she comes.
Yes!
Rachel Homan, this is her first in a 4-4 tie. Bang, and over, and then she stuffed it. But it is in that pocket now.
That's the benefit of the extra weight. It did jam, but still went far enough and got the roll.
Yeah, didn't look like it was possible, in fairness, to get it across the top. But look where it rolled, Linda. That is, I don't think Team Canada get that out without running the guard back.
Well, we could come to here.
We have, the only other option we have is here.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
I know.
That's
My
not
only
bad.
concern is you're scooting this all the way out there on the run back. What do you like?
Right there is pretty darn nice.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
Yep. Yep. Okay, looks good.
Aren't you just so impressed by Rachel Homan at 23, looking at that and saying that's the shot to play?
Yeah, and I said I think she made a little mistake on her third stone and what she was trying to accomplish, but it's pretty rare that you see any mistake from her on the angles.
Years and years of being able to throw that up weight ability, you see those shots. A lot of curlers wouldn't even see it. And roll to a beautiful spot. They cannot remove it.
Okay, line's a little tight. Where? 8, 5. Line's great, yeah. Good for line. Where? 5. Okay, yeah, 4. Okay, yeah. We'll go
Mayor
right to here,
Peters.
guys. Yep. Go.
Trying to draw it down on top of that shot stone. Angle freeze it if they can.
Okay, okay, that's fine.
And so that wonderful shot into that pile will now lead to a draw for 2.
That's the one thing about this Ontario team, and the fact that they play the ticks on the guards the opponent has put out in front. Rachel is very patient. They may make a little mistake along the way, but look at the house, wide open. If anything had gone wrong, tons of room to get your single, and she makes the one good shot, and there's the deuce available.
Low risk end, wasn't it?
Line's the same.
Full 8 foot.
Really curling. Hard, guys. Hard.
Ooh, that's not a rocket either.
Krviasek. Weagle. 8 foot. Everybody here, majority, brushing with them now. Oh, you're going to waste a chance. Kathy, let's go back to Manitoba, Saskatchewan again. It's Saskatchewan that must win, and it's very close for Shot Stone. Who do you think it is there?
It's really hard to tell. I'm going to go out on a limb and think that maybe it might be Saskatchewan. A good tap by Jill Shumay on her last one. They took a quick look at it. It really doesn't matter who is shot for Jennifer. The only shot is to make a draw to the hearts, coming around the outside.
She leads at 7-3 as they play in 8. Jill Officer, Don Askin, has to grab a good chunk of the button. And, excuse me, ladies, no, it doesn't bend enough. And so they will measure here to see who is shot, and we'll let you know. As we say, it's a must-win for Saskatchewan, and then they need help after that. Just a reminder, it's time now for the M&M Meat Shops Final End Challenge. Right after the game, finalend.ca. Enter the secret word. You could go to the 2014 World Junior Curling Championships. 100 entries will win a $50 M&M gift card, and you'll get an M&M discount. Finalend.ca when we give you the secret word. All right, that's the Saskatchewan Stone. Manitoba Stone. And we'll wait for the umpire's indication. Tough to tell from there. One more time, sir, please. Jill Shumay. He's had a great run. He's really enjoyed it from Maidstone, northwest of Saskatoon on the Yellowhead Highway, close to Lloydminster. Okay, one more time. Now, sir, point, please. There it is. Thank you very much. One yellow. That's one for Saskatchewan.
Do another one. Keep on, keep it on.
So we come here. It's 5-4 Ontario. Missing that opportunity for 2, Linda.
Tighter, top 12.
That was a huge point, and you know, Rachel Homan has thrown 10 draws. She's at 63%, and for Rachel Homan, that is a very low numbers. We're so used to her making shots at a very high level. Whether it's the stones, whether it's a little loss of focus, knowing that they've already secured the place in the playoffs, I'm not sure. This end, there was a center guard. There was a come around attempt that dropped short by Lainey Peters, and a come around by Ontario went deep, and then the Yellowstone in the rings drew close to it, top 4.
Just tight.
First time we've seen Ontario throw a guard. The reason they're doing it is they do not want Team Canada to blank this end.
No.
Team Canada would then have Hammer coming home. If they score 2 with 1 mistake at all, they win the game. So the objective for Ontario is to force Canada to take a single.
Okay, I'm good with that. But where does the back red go? What? Where does the back red go? Probably right on here. Which is fine. That's fine. Okay. Open it up. Half? 3/4. Heel.
Red, but the front end said, you got to be careful where the red goes. You could take your own yellow off the button.
Whoa. Yes.
Jessica Mayer. Run it back. And just by, and then leaves the red stone again. Just off center line.
Oh. Nice throw. It was half.
Two just misses it.
Because we pretty much.
He might have gone on to that back red one, which would have worked.
Yep. Whoa, whoa. Line's good. 2. Switch.
Allison Kreviazek.
Falling out still. Go. Yep. Yep, get it over. As far as you can take it, guys. Go. As far as you can go. Yep, a little bit. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Whoa, whoa.
Same thing.
Let's go, Jess. Good throw here.
Both skips on the peel attempt stay back in the rings to get a really good angle on what's going to happen once the initial contact is made.
Yes! Hard!
Jessica Mayer going to try it again.
That works. Good.
And this time leaves nothing on the center line.
That side of the house, the right side, is cluttered with those 3 yellow guards.
I like that. I like that too. Yeah.
But the other half of the sheet is wide open, so Ontario having a little chat here about whether to guard or hit.
Board.
I'd rather throw hack.
Okay.
Throw board and it'll be hack. How's that?
I'm just worried about it tracking here.
Okay.
Okay, Em.
And hit it is.
Good choice of weights. You want to hit, if you're going to roll away, you want to roll in front of the tee line. So softer weight, the better here.
Hack. Yep. Yep.
I don't think so.
Hard.
Hack.
Hard.
A little bit.
Hard. Hard, guys. Go. Hard.
Kreviazek.
Hard, hard,
Weagle.
hard. No rollies.
And just enough.
Hard race.
Great brushing to hold it. BC Quebec. Quebec is sitting the 2 final stone coming from BC skip Kelly Scott, Kelowna Curling Club, Kathy.
Well, she's playing the hit. It looks as though if she hits it right on the nose or gets a little bit of a roll, she will be shot, but playing the scoreboard as well on this shot.
Hard, Sarah.
Okay.
Go, Sarah. Go, 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 go.
Thanks.
And that's the single for sure. One it is for BC in 9. And handshakes, and British Columbia will guarantee themselves a spot in the playoffs. 9-5, the final score. They'll finish at 8-3 in Quebec. Allison Ross from the Glenmore in Montreal will finish their Scotties at 3-8.
Yeah, go the other way. Yeah, go the other way. Go, 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 go. 11-7.
So Jill Shoemate just having a look over. That is one game that she was hoping and she needs. 2-time Canadian champions leaving the ice. They're into the Final Four out of the Kelowna Curling Club. Wonderful, the crowd here at the K-Rock.
Yeah, we got past that. It's a grind if you out too, let me tell you.
But for Jill Shoemate, who first things first, of course, has to win her game, and then needs a loss by either BC or Team Canada. Well,
Just control.
she's just seen one of her chances win. BC 9-5 over Quebec.
Okay.
The blank end's officially over. I think it's so Heather has to start thinking 2 here.
There's still lots of room, and I mentioned those yellow guards out in front. If you can just do a little tap and roll in behind cover. There's a good chance to get something going here.
Beth Iskew.
Hack.
No.
Clean.
No.
Same
Whoa. Whoa.
Camera.
Come up. Come on.
Again, another former Canadian junior champion, and all those years in
No, it's nothing.
Nova Scotia. Both she and Lainey Peters
Man, I gotta
before
take that
moving
up.
west.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Nice weight, Beth.
So now we know we've got 3 teams that are in. Manitoba, Ontario, and with the win, British Columbia. Team Canada can join them with a win or a Saskatchewan loss. But should Saskatchewan come back and win and Team Canada lose, well then we will have a tiebreaker.
Throw around board.
You often talk, Russ, about how ice changes during a game and how at this stage spots become very difficult to get little hits and rolls just that much straighter.
Now you seem to be getting fooled in that spot, but this one's moving. They're still going to be able to hold it, looks like.
Keep going.
And now the roll and under those guards.
Down.
That is absolutely
Sorry,
perfect.
I didn't know I was
Still
down.
nothing makes up for some great brushing, does it? I mean, it's just, if you've got it, your team's got it, you've got such an advantage.
Both these teams do, but Lisa and Allison have done a ton of brushing in this game.
She can't right into that. She can't like bury. No, Rachel's throwing 5-6 now.
I've always thrown 3-4.
Need to what?
Tuck around it. It's a top. It's a top 6. Let's just come around it.
Half a round's about the best you could possibly hope for. Back of the 4 needs to be shot rock also. The ice definitely is a little straighter than certainly the start of the game or in practice. 4 feet everywhere, and this is about 3 feet of ice here. That's natural. It happens all the time.
Gonna go. Okay. Line's great. Line's great. 5. Yes, then go. Roll then. Hard. Harder.
So now Marin Peters
Right up. One. Gotta go. Right up. Go, go, go,
trying to
go.
drag this,
Go,
get
give it
every
something. Go.
bit out of it they can, and down on the corner.
Okay. Good sweep, girls.
Just coming down that little bit. Hey, I gave you 100?
Yeah.
Shoot.
103. Tough for me, like, not to leave a double. Because she can...
The coming
Sorry?
down refers to what?
It's just slowing down just a
Can you see
hair.
any
It's,
of
and
the
so
yellow?
that's the rock coming over the hog line. It's dropping its speed a little bit is what she's referring to. Just a bit though. We're only talking, you know, what, 1% maybe to have it slow down 1.5 feet or 2 feet. That's all she needed.
All right, here, guys.
Let her
Gotta
make
take
the
her
draw.
one anyways. I don't think she has anything.
I think we guard.
Let's go through it. Guard it.
You normally would
Go there.
hate to guard in this situation because
There.
you don't want to leave somebody a shot for 2, but all that's left are these angles. This angle is going to come in this way, and it's impossible, I believe, to sit 2 off of that angle. So
Yeah, we're gonna try and get underneath.
they're
those
just going to
yellows.
guard it and make that draw for 1 a little tougher.
And considering how this ice may be changing a little bit, that draw a little more difficult, Linda?
It could be a little more difficult. They are trying to cut off the use of this guard to run in as well, so this may not cut down the circles as much.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Just 2.
Yep.
Whoa.
Just 2. We got?
Whoa, no.
Yep. Go under. Whoa.
And a little rub and roll to the center line. So the draw against the shot stone top edge of the 4 will need full 4 foot to tie.
Losing my mind.
If you had to guess here, if there was going to be a mistake made, and Heather rarely makes them, it's got to be a little bit quicker in this spot. She's come up twice in the 8th inch. She's a hair light. Just now they're a hair light. You tend to want to throw a hair more here. Gotta be careful.
I'm really sorry about my draw.
Final stone. Trailing by
Line's
one.
good.
Has a chance to even
Where?
it up here. In 9. Needing full 4.
Close for line. Full
Heather
line.
Nedohin. Mayer. Peters.
Line's good. Line's good. Close. Yep. Yeah.
Uh-oh. It just took off on him. Just took off on them. Get it by. Now, that extra brushing. Where will it stop now?
Good.
And there it goes. Goodness gracious. It just went left to the edge of the button for the single to tie it.
Needed that one and not this one.
Nice stroke.
Shoot, that's my 4 cuts at the end. Oh, my 4
Ooh, that was a little tight. My
Watch, bang, just, hey, where are you going? And now it's still swooping in there to the edge of the 4. What happened there? Wow, we got it. Thank you.
We've got a lot of experience on our side, and we know what to feel in these situations and how to react to those feelings and what to expect. So hopefully we can use that to our advantage.
The 1-2 is more comfortable than 3-4. You can afford a loss and still get to the final. So we're just happy to be in the 1-2. That was one of our big goals for this week, and really proud of my team for getting it.
Rachel and her team, they've been in big games before, and I expect them to come out and play lights out, and I think it's going to be a great game for TV.
That will be the 1-2 Page playoff game. But first things first for Manitoba in their final round robin game playing Saskatchewan.
You need a corner.
And here we go, Kathy. Saskatchewan looking to come back, get back into this. They're trailing by 3, but they are sitting. Saskatchewan sitting 2.
They are. On Jennifer's first, she managed to pick out one of the Saskatchewan stones, was replaced. There is an angle there.
Firm.
So angle this back, Russ, to get them both out of there?
Yeah, it depends where that second one goes.
Because there's a catcher at the back there, right?
Yeah. So
Final
she'd
stone.
love to stick this one if she could. She wouldn't have to worry about the back one.
Gotta come across here. Come across, 1-2, move it back, and there's the single. Sitting top of the button, 8-4. Manitoba now leads it.
That's it, hey? Do you want to stop or do you want to play till it runs on the rocks? Yeah, do that really nice.
So
Down far and so you can go home. What do you think, Tony?
Jill Shumay and her team from Maidstone
I think we should shake.
are down for 4.
4 down. Stranger things have happened. I think we
What do you want to do, ladies?
Okay, that's fine. I'm good with whatever. Yeah.
Yep, we'll play a little bit. They're going to play on.
4. All there. Full 4.
So the 2 games remaining are on either side of the K-Rock Center. And we'll go from over there to over here in a 5-5 tie. Team Canada scoring the single to even it.
Okay.
And
Just
Ontario
right on the tee line.
will
Okay,
have
so
the
that was
last
4-10.
rock playing the Red Stones
14-7.
coming home.
Okay, let's go.
Well, to this point, it's advantage for Team Canada. I know they don't have last rock, but they have 2 nice guards out in front, and that draw came a little deep. For Ontario, they were hoping to own the top 8, or even close to the top 4, but not so far in.
Gotta go. Yep. Line's great. Line's great. Got room. Got room. Whoa, if you can.
Can we
Left
stop?
on. Whoa. Easy, ladies. Easy. Whoa. Curl. No. Sit.
Nice shot.
Great stone, really good spot.
Good
I'd
eyes,
like to
Dan.
have it over an inch or so farther, and ideally, but from that far away, it's a pretty good attempt.
It's 3/4, Alice.
Here's the advantage of being able to play up weight. Even those guards have fairly long distance in between and not a tremendous amount of stagger. With big weight, you can make a lot of things happen.
No. Close. No. It's close.
Close.
And we'll get roll the shooter over to cover the 12. Well, it's time now for the M&M Meat Shop's Final End Challenge. And the secret word is button. So after the game, go to finalend.ca and enter the secret word button for a chance to win a trip for two to the 2014 World Junior Curling Championship in Flims, Switzerland.
Line's
25.
good. 16.
Well, Allison's had a great week. Linda tied for first with Jill Officer.
Line's good. Easy,
Set up a
easy,
showdown
easy.
game
We're
in that
halfway.
1-2.
Right here. We're just to your
And her
brown.
takeouts
Right here.
at 86%
Right
are
here.
absolutely superb.
Make
And
it good, make it good.
we were talking earlier about the fact that Lisa Weigel makes the tick all the time, and
Good.
that ability to have a lead make that shot is tremendous. Well, the ability of Allison and Emma as well to play the upweight, to play those sorts of double peels, that's a great weapon as well.
Now, it will be a 1-2 page playoff, obviously, between Manitoba and Ontario. Do you see similarities between the two teams, the way they're constructed?
Yeah, I do.
Manitoba and
Yeah,
Ontario?
oh, yeah, for sure. There's no question about it. And some of the things you might overlook is ice reading, strategy, knowing the angles, knowing how to miss the pro side. They're so well taught, both of them. There's very few errors in there, and it does obviously come down to execution, but you're not going to fool either team.
But I was just thinking too, Linda, along the lines of, you know, there you said an Allison Kreviasek, second position, up weight. Who do we have throwing up weight for Manitoba? Jill Officer.
Definitely, as the lineup goes, the strengths are similar. They're both at the very top of the game. Now, when we come to strategy, we do see some differences. We do not see Manitoba play ticks. As a matter of fact, they don't tick center guards often in the 10th end. They draw instead. So there are contrasts when it comes to strategy.
Line's good. Easy if you're over. Easy if you're over. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa for line.
That was scary.
Oh my God, halfway down, I thought we were okay.
Oh.
Nice throw.
Emma Miscue peels off the guard. Shot stone belongs to Ontario. It's sitting on the button, and there's that yellow frozen to the face.
Line's
Same
better.
split, but it looks better. Yeah.
Your line's better, and I gave it a little.
Easy.
Your line is better.
Easy.
Easy for line.
Full line.
Easy for line. Easy for line.
Nicely done, Beth.
Nice pair. Hey, girl.
Okay.
Nice shot. Yeah, same thing.
One more peel.
Clean.
They certainly make it look easy.
Yeah, Alex. What came out of your mouth when you...
Kelly Scott, you betcha, thumbs up. Really great closing couple of games for BC as they wait to see who they will play in that 3-4 game. They know that they have locked up a spot at the moment, considering where scores are, with Saskatchewan trailing. It looks like they're destined to meet the defending champions, Team Canada, in the 3-4.
115, 120.
Line's nice.
16. 2, 3.
Okay, line's nice.
2.
Clean it.
2.
Clean. Maybe in a minute for a bit.
You're in.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Keep it clean. Clean. Yep. 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 Little bit.
Okay, that's good. Good sweep, girls. 16-6.
Nice shot. Atta girl. Ray. Timeout, son.
Earl the Pearl all the time.
I think the coach would like to have a chat.
That's ours, that's us.
I think he's allowed to do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
So here comes Earl Morris.
Coach is allowed to call timeouts?
Yeah. She taps to lie 2. If she nuts it right on one on top of the other, you're going to have to draw the edge of the button. Another thing you could consider right now is guarding.
No.
Okay, well, think about that. If she-
Starting this side?
Well,
because she can see both sides, Earl.
okay, if she can see both sides, then the guard maybe isn't the right shot. But if she nuts it, then it's a question of what you want to be able to do with your last one.
Do you want to try and split the guard?
I don't think so. I think you're going to peel it.
Yeah. No, I mean like throw a guard.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
But we leave a hole.
What if you throw the out turn going to freeze to the yellow one, for example, is another choice. So you're essentially guarding and moving them around a little bit. Because if you take it out of there and she gets rid of ours, if she leaves you double, then fine, you're going to be able to win the game.
Yeah, like
You
I
take
thought
a
she
risk
was
that
just
you're
gonna
gonna leave
have
it
to.
double?
I was just gonna have. I thought that she would just move it back button,
Yeah.
and I would have a draw with backing. That's what I
Okay.
was thinking. But
I don't know if we can get all the way to the yellow and not with enough force to move it.
Daryl Horn,
Yeah.
Team Canada coach. Does Earl Morris make some valid points, Russ?
Yeah, I like it. I was just getting ready to talk about that other option.
like if I come top yellow, she hits the pin.
If the peel is made,
Just 1 second. We have our final, and Manitoba has run Saskatchewan out of stones. It's an 8-4 final, so Manitoba will go through undefeated at 11-0. Saskatchewan will finish at 6-5. Jill Shumate and her team from the Maidstone Curling Club. So
Thanks for the game. Thank you. Thanks for the game.
congratulations to
Way to go.
Jennifer Jones. You betcha.
Great
High
run,
fives. And Jill Shumate and the team, and in particular Kara Johnston, her cousin who throws the third stone, is due in just a few weeks. And so to Kara, we wish her and her husband all the very best.
I don't know how deep they're going to go here, Linda, but I love it. I really do. You peel the guard, Heather Nedohin taps it on line, a foot. You go to draw the side of the pin. And with Rachel's draw weight this game, maybe you force Heather to a tough shot before she forces you to a tough one. You want to get this in virtually top 12, partly buried, and Heather's going to have a tough one.
Hard! Hard! Keep going, keep going, keep going.
And she'll get to the center line, top 12. And so we will have no tiebreakers. And there's that magic number. We talk about it so often, is that 3-loss, 4-loss number, but Saskatchewan falls to 5, and there are your final 4. Manitoba, Ontario, British Columbia, and the defending champions, Team Canada.
Not unexpected. Those were the 4 favorites at the start of the week, and they've continued to play very well.
And it's interesting because Saskatchewan was very much part of that. Early, they had that great jump, but have faded late, and BC has picked up their game to pick up one of the playoff spots.
Yeah.
So Team Canada has called a timeout. Daryl Horn is out once more.
I think with the guard one, they would have gone the other way, though. And if you choke off this shot, I think it was easier than for Heather Nedohin to come down on the out-turn side. Yes, she could have drawn the side of the pin, but you could blow it out of there if you had to. But this is makeable. But you need to throw a bit of weight. It's getting a little soft in the center. You have to move 80 pounds of granite, and you can see very, very little of that yellow rock.
Final stone
Come on, ball there. Okay, whoa.
for Team Canada. Last rock belongs to Ontario. Right now they're sitting shot stone. Here they go, Mayer, Peters, starting to dive on them now, starting to go on them now. Really got to get it by that one too, and move it back. Yes, she does. Wonderful shot by the defending champion, Heather Nedohin.
Great shot. Oh, this game's so hard.
It is hard. Nice shot.
Well, there's Russ's point. You didn't protect against this shot, and it's there and beautifully thrown.
Like so.
This game's so hard, Betty.
Good shot. Good job.
Oh, man. Could not have made that shot with the other turn, Linda.
Like,
And now the guard you threw, if you're Rachel, actually blocks a tiny bit of your view anyways of that button. And that's all you've got.
Exciting though.
Can't wait to see enough of that yellow one, red one she threw to make the double. Yeah, there it is there, not quite.
Okay, good extension, bud. It's just we thought the last one was there and it wasn't, so.
Still talking about that draw weight.
oh, man.
So just maybe a little more needed to wrap up round robin play. Final stone here in the 10th of a 5-5 tie. She knows she'll be in the 1-2 page playoff. Rachel Homan.
Get it there.
Picked up by Kurviasek.
Really
Picked up by Weagle.
No line. We're not getting there.
Looking for it to bend now.
Yep.
Now they've got it going. Listen to this crowd. Listen to this crowd. Gotta get it there. Bend a little more. Yes! Oh, this place is going to go crazy this weekend. Ontario wins it 6-5. They'll finish 9-1. Team Canada will fall to 7-4 to complete round robin play.
I was like, oh, blinding.
Rachel Homan and her Ontario champions from up the road in Ottawa. So the 1-2 page playoff will be Manitoba and Ontario, 3-4, BC against Team Canada. And you know the way this works. You win that 1-2 game, you go right through to the final. If you're the loser, you drop into the semi against the winner of BC and Team Canada.
Are you kidding?
Round robin is over at the Scotties. The championship weekend is still ahead.